if you're new, welcome back if you're not. If we've not yet met before, my name is Autumn, and together with my boyfriend Tom, we are renovating our little terraced Victorian house in East London, and we're documenting the process through these videos every single Wednesday. Today is a pretty big day. With the back doors now installed in the kitchen, we want to get our garden and patio done as soon as possible. The weather in March in London has been absolutely incredible. I'm hoping that we get an early summer, but to truly enjoy an early summer, we want a patio, outdoor furniture, a shed, a barbecue. So we need to get cracking on the garden. Right now, the garden is a tip. So we are doing what we like to call skip day. Now, skip day is where we coerce all of our friends into coming to our house and basically helping us spend the entire day clearing the garden, clearing the house, just getting rid of all the junk and the building material that has built and built and built, and we no longer need it. As well as the garden, we do also want to get cracking on the living room and dining room, but that too is full of junk. So skip day is well and truly needed. In order to get all of our friends here, we do have a deal where food and a lot of beers will be provided. So first up, we're going to pop to the shop, get all the bits we need. And also because of how many friends are helping us today, we're going to just run to Wickes and grab some of those big buckets that are super strong just for help carting stuff through the house. So grab those now. Friends should be here in a couple of hours. It's going to be a great day. Bernard's first to arrive for the day. What Bernard's bringing to skip day is that he's really into gym. Oh. So I think his strength is going to help us out.
I really look forward to skip day.
Bernard has not missed a single skip day.
I never skip day.
We're back home. We've got loads of salad bits, a whole chicken, loads and loads of beers. We've got veggie burgers, veggie sausages, falafels, beef burgers for anyone who wants them, tzatziki, hummus, making a parsley salad. And I think that's it. Oh no, we have flatbreads, couscous, chips, burger buns, everything. Tools. And with that, it's just time to put on our building gear and get started on the grand clean. And just before we get cracking, I thought it was worth showing you the before so we can all experience the after. Here is what will be the dining room. Here is what will be the lounge. And then the real shocker is through here. This is the garden. So, big day. He's grazing. Okay, so we're in the lounge dining room, or what will be the lounge dining room. We've had this as a kitchen for over a month now. It's now nice and white, it's all painted, it's ready for some decorations soon as we can get the kitchen in. But it's still our temporary kitchen right now. The cement in there was laid and now we're waiting for the kitchen, and we can't raise the floor because you can't raise the floor and still have a working sink. It's all very complicated. But basically this is still gonna be our kitchen for a while, and we finally cracked. And after over a month of having this tiny lamp, the lighting's all wrong, you can barely even see it, and no light up here or in there, it's time just to install the lights. Now the reason that we originally didn't want to install the lights was because over here, it's so dark, I don't even know why I'm attempting to show you. Over here is going to be our dining room table in the middle of the room, but then I was also flirting with the idea of building a little bit of a booth and then having the dining room table there and the chairs around there. Obviously, if we have the booth here, there is an option of not having the light over here and having the light over there instead. And I thought about this for ages and ages, and then it just occurred to me the other day, I think if this room had a light right in the middle and that room had a light right over, it would just look weird. And I would probably want a light here and a light in the middle, and then another low-hanging light that I could turn on at any point. So I basically just decided I didn't need to make a decision right now, and let's just get 2 bloody lights in this room, because cooking in basically darkness is getting very old very quick. If you were ever wondering what the epitome of a selfish present is, it would be this laser level that Tom bought for his dad's birthday this year. And believe it or not, it's come in handy. So all we've done here is measure up the level to be perfectly in the middle of our window, and then that means it's perfectly in the middle of the room. Now, why don't we just measure the middle of the room, you say? Because this side of the window is actually shorter, yes, than this side of the window. So if we had it perfectly in the middle of the room, it would... Tom dodging the camera. No, it's fine. If we had it perfectly in the middle of the room, it would be a little bit to this side or to this side, I'm not sure, but I know the second I noticed that the light was off-center to the window, I'd go mad. The light that was originally here was off-center, and Tom and I both noticed it, and once I saw it, I couldn't not see it. So we're not gonna mess up this time. We'll also be putting it perfectly, I mean, you can barely even see it, but there is a chimney breast here, so it is going to intercept right in the middle of the chimney breast. My body's blocking it, but just up there. So yes, Tom's getting cracking on the lighting, while I am here in this very dark corner trying to make us dinner. Welcome to a very brief insight of what it is like in this house right now. Also, I'm just making dinner and realized I should have specified the reason that we have a plastered roof and no light is because we decided at the time, as I said, we didn't know where we wanted the lights to go, etc. So we did get our lights wired. The cord, I don't know the professional terms, but the cord is actually inside that ceiling. So all that Tom needs to do is drill a tiny little hole, and then we go upstairs and we lift up the floorboards to just poke that wire through. So everything was set up. It's not like we stupidly plastered the entire room and now we have to deal with new electric connections. All of that stuff did exist. We just thought we'd give ourselves a little bit more flexibility later on down the line, and it turns out we never needed it. We could have just put lights in the middle of the room like regular people, but you live and learn.
A moment of truth. Yay.
Woohoo! I don't know if you can see me with this lighting or hear me with the washing machine going on, but I thought I'd show you what the dish situation is like at the moment. Once the kitchen moved into the lounge and dining room, what we were doing work in both rooms, it just got way too dusty and dirty and horrible. And when we pulled the kitchen out, I don't know if you saw a couple of episodes back, we actually broke up all of the, well, accidentally ripped apart the only sealed cupboard that we had. We think we've got all of the mice. We haven't seen a mouse in a couple of weeks. It might just be that we're keeping food in cupboards better than we were before, but we think the mouse problem is gone. But we still want to keep some sealed cupboards, particularly, you know, knives, forks, plates, bowls, food, all of the stuff that we will be ingesting, because on top of living in an absolute cesspit, I don't fancy getting sick. So we now do our washing and keep it in some storage boxes that we bought. It's a weird system, but it works, and things aren't getting dusty or dirty, which is great. And it's nice just to know that the food we're going to be eating and the plates we're going to be eating from haven't been walked on by mice. And now that we have lighting in this room, which absolutely will not focus, we have no option but to give it a clean. We've been living in absolute chaos for a while now, but we will be getting our outdoor patio done soon. I'll tell you more about that very soon. But what that also means is that we can start storing stuff in a shed, because once there's a patio, we'll install a shed, and then building stuff cannot live in the house. But to prepare for that, we are getting everything sorted and everything cleaned up. This is where we're currently living. And this is also the room that we want to put flooring down soon. But we cannot currently see the floor, so. In some exciting news, our plasterer actually contacted us. He had a 2-month job, but he had a week or a couple of days where he didn't actually need to be working on that job. And so he asked us if we had anything we needed plastered, and of course we did. Come take a look at our kitchen. So you can now see a beautifully plastered kitchen. Well, this side's all plastered, and we've now got a perfect little walkway. The ceiling is not yet plastered, and also this wall is not yet plastered, and I'll explain why. We're going to be changing the window here. We're still getting heritage style aluminium. It's actually gonna look super similar to the window that's already there, but it's just going to be a new window and it's going to be clean. But we need that one to come, but it's going to take 3 weeks to be built or made or sent, whatever. And then we also need to do stuff like remove the architrave from around the window and all of that stuff. So we are waiting until that window is delivered, and then he's going to come back and do that final wall. But we did just want him to do this back wall and this wall as soon as possible, so we could get a 100% correct measurement of the length of our kitchen, because that is what we need to determine the length of the quartz that we are ordering for our kitchen units. And because of how expensive quartz is, that's not a measurement we fancy getting wrong. So we made sure we did it perfectly. Usually we would order our quartz after, so get the kitchen installed and then find the measurement of the quartz and order that. But we're getting our kitchen from DIY Kitchens, and it's £100 delivery each time, so that's super expensive. And then also there's like a 3-week lead time for the quartz. So the last thing we want is to have an installed kitchen and then be waiting for worktops. I know we could put down plywood or something in the meantime, but we're ready just to have a kitchen. Also, at the end of March, their pricing is also going up by 10% because of inflation and all the crazy things that are happening at the moment. So we, us being budget queen and king, had to make sure that we got in there before that increase. Otherwise it would have been 10% increase on, like, you know, £2,000 worktops or whatever, plus 10% plus another £100 delivery. It adds up pretty quick. I am so sorry for the number of times you have heard me talk about this, but because the plastering is all done and there's still 3 weeks until our kitchen arrives and we want to start laying the floor in the living room and dining room, we're moving the kitchen straight back into here, but we're also giving that room a good clean. All of the boxes, all of the storage stuff, we're just really cleaning through it. I'm going to talk to you about this very soon, but we are also getting our patio laid very soon. which is amazing after all of that hard work that us and our friends did, well, mostly our friends, did clearing the back garden. So once the patio is down, we can get a shed. Once the shed is in, we can move all of the tools and building stuff and wood and random stuff that's just been clogging up this house for God knows how long into the shed. And then finally it is home. I mean, it's home without carpets and home without most of its furniture, but home. Okay, so this is the best we're gonna get it. That's about to go upstairs to the tool room, which is our next course of action. Now it's warmed up, our bikes are always gonna be here. I've made it very clear to Tom that I expect some sort of bike storage outside the front of the house.
It's not happening.
Because I am not scuffing up my walls with bikes after we've just spent, or by the time we're done, after we spent, what, 2 years doing up this place? So bikes are gonna live out the front. We've then got all of this plasterboard. We only actually need a tiny bit left for the bathroom upstairs, and then the rest can go. Just pop the radiator that's going to go there underneath there. This little radiator is going underneath there. This is back for a very fun DIY project that I've not yet got to. And then the kitchen right now just doesn't have the space to put this or this back in. So the fridge and the dryer are staying for a little while. Also, we still have no counter space, so the cooking station will remain. But in terms of laying the floor, should be a breeze now we've got all this space, hey Tom? I have a little bit of a confession to make. I feel like you probably saw the dressing room and the bedroom. Now you're seeing us tackle the downstairs and you think, wow, the house is so clean. No, it is not. And that's because we have the dumping room. Yeah, this is where everything lives. I mean, it's fine that it's all contained in one room. So I'm not gonna judge us too much because, you know, we do have an entire house to build, which comes with a lot of tools. One thing I hadn't shown you, look at these adorable mid-century dining room chairs I picked up on Facebook Marketplace the other day. But that is all for the living room video, which, if we get the floor down, should be coming pretty soon. But in the meantime, we've got to do something about all of these tools. We are so slow at everything. And it's not even doing it. It's like every single time we move on to the next job, or even just grab a tool for the current job, we have to find the tool. The tooling system is no system whatsoever. A very long time ago, we did a huge thing where we organized all the tools and we gave them labels and everything, but that went to shit pretty quickly, if I'm honest with you. So we have to do it all again. So it's not good by any means. It's still a tip, but it's a more organized tip. Got all of our tools all organized over there, all of our paint, underlay, carpet that we ordered the wrong size and they're very kindly going to put it in this room, coats that we're not unpacking until we have a coat cupboard, and like boxes for tools that we're currently using that we don't put back in the box, and my cute little chairs, which I love, and a bed, and a broken, do you know what, we're done here. I realize this video is getting a little bit long, and I also realize I haven't actually shown you downstairs and what we've done. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you have not already. We upload videos every single Wednesday. I promise it's gonna get more exciting than this. The reason that we're cleaning and we're prepping is because the good stuff is coming soon. Our paint is being delivered today. Our flooring is being delivered early next week. We're gonna get laying. The kitchen's on the way. It's all very exciting. But yeah, some weeks are more about cleaning and organizing and getting ready than more exciting weeks, which are all about decorating and shopping and getting furniture. But regardless, thank you so much for being along for the ride. If you've made it this far, that's enough from me. Let me show you downstairs, because I think it's looking pretty damn good. So here is downstairs. Now that the paint's dried, I feel like it looks so light in here. Again, the sun is causing all sorts of lighting issues. But yeah, we're gonna be laying this floor soon, super exciting. Got a cabinet, that's a story for another day. A plant that needs a lot of attention, also a story for another day. But I can also take you through to the back garden. Look at the lights from these doors, I love it. And now you can start to step into what is starting to be a little bit more of a garden. Yeah, just super clear in here. Not much left to do. It's all looking great.